Tuesday, everybody.
Happy
Welcome
Tuesday.
to ThreadTalk podcast.
Happy Tuesday.
Denver's doing
Stirring.
stir emotion if
I'm
you're watching
stirring.
on YouTube.
I'm stirring the pot right now.
Stir the pot,
Stirring
indeed.
it up. I'm hungry.
I'm starving.
You're gonna get some good old chili going on.
Okay. My prediction for this episode is Denver is going to have stories that are all about pots.
No. I deny these accusations.
I guess we'll see. Anybody else think that?
I will
Your
start.
track record isn't exactly clean.
I will start with my first story. Am I the asshole for putting chilies in my food when my roommate would not stop eating it?
I haven't even read your titles. I'm here for the ride.
Yeah, don't read the titles. All right, so this one originally posted to r/AITAH. It was posted 2 years ago. It got up to 5.7 thousand upvotes. So the title is, Am I the asshole for putting chilies in my food when my roommate would not stop eating it? Wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves. If you're new, my name is Denver. I'm here with my beautiful wife, Teresa. There's our word of the day. It's a Tuesday episode.
Good job.
It's going to be a word of the day today. There's going to be a raffle at the end of this episode for the raffle from episode 181. There's going to be life updates at the end of this episode, so stay tuned for that. And Teresa's going to say a word of the day at some point through this episode. If you think you know what it is, drop a comment down on YouTube, and we will do a raffle on episode 189, and somebody will get a free t-shirt that's only size large, that's only black or white, and has our 2 cats on it. And somebody said we're actually going to have to get another t-shirt made because we might have a third cat named Albert now. So, yeah. Okay, back to my story.
We had to do the spiel.
Yeah, I'm going to say the title again so it's, Am I the asshole for putting chilies in my food when my roommate would not stop eating it? I live in a house with 5 other flatmates. I'm at war with one of my flatmates, Amy, as she constantly eats my meal prepped food. I live on a budget. I cannot afford to be frivolous with my expenses, so meal prepping and portioning my food when prices on meat and vegetables are constantly going higher is one way I save money. Amy doesn't have this problem. She goes out clubbing every weekend and orders takeout every week. Amy has constantly been eating my food. I know this because she is messy and leaves my containers in her room and on the table. I've told her multiple times to stop, and she won't. This is where the chilies come in. I love spice. It's what puts color into my life and taste buds. So last week, I put in the group chat my regular "don't eat my food, please." Amy doesn't look when I message anything in the chat because I'm always on her case. I also messaged that my food would have a lot of spice in it. They watched as I gleefully chopped and shredded jalapenos and red chilies into my carbonara. I may have cackled like a witch stirring a pot of poison. Not poisonous to me, as my friends watched me eat a bowl in front of them greedily, and they had tears in their eyes just from the fumes. So I packed everything up, put it onto my shelf, and waited. The next day, I reminded everyone not to eat my food, and I left for uni. That night, I heard vomiting.
Oh.
See, Amy can't handle spice. She can barely have black pepper before she's running to the fridge to drink milk. Apparently, the deep red color and smell didn't deter her, and she ate quite a bit before the spice kicked in. She was sick for a few days. Thankfully, we have 2 bathrooms. I happily continued to eat my meals as she laid in bed. However, she called her boyfriend, who decided to get into my face about, quote, poisoning her.
Oh my God.
He said I must have made the food rotten on purpose. I called bullshit. So I sat there and ate it in front of him. He took one look and smelled it before he realized what had happened. He still claimed I did it on purpose, knowing she would eat it.
Yeah.
I showed him the messages I wrote to say not to eat it. The paper on the lids taped saying not to eat because of the spice. He yelled profanities and stayed to care for Amy. He said he'd sue me for poisoning her. Problem here is that the BF's dad is a cop. I'm kind of shitting myself now. However, I still have classes to go to and have a job to work, so I'm just carrying on. No police this far have come to me, and no law people giving me papers to say I'm being sued. However, she has been sick for days, and I feel bad for her missing uni when tests are around the corner. I just wanted her to learn her lesson and stop eating my food, but am I the asshole for this prank when it's so close to tests?
Girl, I feel like posting this on Reddit is very risky.
I don't know. In all the other
Kind of
food
damning.
tampering roommate stories that we've read, this one's got a little bit of a different angle. Not only because she's stirring up a pot of poison,
Yeah.
but in all the other ones, it's like, hey, I swapped out the almond milk for real milk and I let them eat it. Or, you did something and they weren't aware of it. She did it in front of all of her other roommates. She cooked up. She put it in the group chat that she's making it extra spicy. She put extra labels on top. Warning, super spicy.
Yep.
Like, she did do it so that other people wouldn't eat her food, but she didn't do it in the way that we've read before, where they sneakily put it in and they waited for
It's
that
like a
person to get
trap.
consequences.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you shouldn't have been eating my food. This time, she explicitly told everyone, listen, I'm making it super spicy. Don't eat it. Put it in the group chat, told the other roommates, put a label on it. What more could you have done?
Like, no, I fully agree. I feel like this was more her saying it's spicy, like doing it in front of them, like warning them through text, in person, with the labels. That should be deterrent enough. And I think that's what OP's angle was. She didn't think that the roommate was actually going to eat it after that.
Right?
Whereas like in the past stories, it's been like, I'm going to plant this trap and then they're going to get caught,
Like, I know they're going to eat it and they're going to regret it.
Yeah.
Laxative or, milk or whatever. This one was like, I know I'm making it spicy and I'm warning all of them and I'm making it spicy so that you don't eat it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
This would piss me the fuck off. And it's like tale as old as time, with the boyfriend being like, you did this to her on purpose. And it's like,
yes,
they always blame them
Right?
for doing it on purpose, but it's like, you were warned.
But it's on this time, it's like, yes, I did do it
you
on
shouldn't be
purpose.
doing that.
I made extra spicy food because I know you don't like spice, so you wouldn't eat it. That's what I did.
Yes, like I'm not hiding anything.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
very transparent with what was going on.
Exactly.
These are my boundaries.
Yep. Top comment says, actually, top comment was deleted by the user, but somebody replied and said, also, legally, OP is in the clear. It was fair warning. It was a meal she enjoyed. There was no booby trap or claim of inedible tampering. OP simply made a meal her roommate couldn't handle after stealing. If one were to go to a lawyer, show them the evidence that's been described in the events, it would be dropped. OP might get their ass pulled over twice a week forever, but this event is not on them. I don't think the roommate's dad will actually give a fuck, but see previous sentence for a caveat.
Yeah, like the only reason I said this is kind of damning because you posted it on Reddit. I just feel like it will maybe bring you unwanted stressors.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know, if they found this post, they would be more inclined to actually do something about it, I feel.
Yeah, potentially.
But, I don't know. If you're here for the smoke, I'm here for it too.
So the second top comment says, not the asshole, and even if they file a lawsuit, you can file a countersuit for food theft and court fees.
There you go.
I was watching a TikTok the other day, and it was a movie scene or show scene. I'm not sure what it was, but in it they talked about jalapeno hands. Have you ever heard of jalapeno hands?
No.
So jalapeno hands means your skin burns because spicy oil from hot peppers get on it. Water does not fix it. You must use oil or soap to break down the spicy oil.
Whoa.
Most users on Reddit agree that applying kitchen oil helps dissolve the capsaicin, which is a compound that is responsible for the potent, I don't even fucking know.
Why are you reading this?
Okay. But like, Teresa likes spice. So careful. If you ever work with jalapenos, don't let that get on your hands.
Have I ever worked with jalapenos?
No, but if you change your mind in the future, just don't. And also, the scene that they were showing was like she couldn't sleep at night because her hands were burning. So I just wanted to warn you, if you ever think about hot peppers and stuff, you turn into your parents, wear
I was
gloves or
like, you should
something.
warn my parents about
C-
this, but you're my
your
husband,
mom's
so
experienced. She should know. You, I'm a little worried about. So I just didn't want you to have like the worst sleep of your life
I
because you
didn't
get
know
jalapeno hands. So
I didn't know it
careful.
was an option for me to cook with jalapenos.
Well, like if maybe you're making a dish for Thanksgiving or something for your family or something. I don't know. Maybe you see some TikTok trend with jalapenos. I don't know. I'm just saying, if in the future, this would be the worst thing for you because you would have a hard time falling asleep. And I'm
Mm,
just looking out for my wife. I just don't want
so
that to happen to you.
are you open to trying to increase your spice level gradually?
Fuck no.
Oh,
I mean, no. No.
why fuck no?
Try
Why'd
not
you
to,
change it?
because I realized I swore.
Oh yeah. We should do that.
We should do that.
Okay, starting now. No more swearing for the rest of the episode.
All right. Okay. How about this? For every time you swear, the opposite person gets a 1-minute foot massage.
Okay, I like it.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, I think
we're rewarded. We'll be rewarded for keeping track, keeping each other
are
honest.
we doing all swear words or just the F bomb?
I would think all.
Okay. Well, we have to say asshole.
If it's in the story, you're clear.
Okay, fine.
If you're reading, it's clear.
Yeah, but I think we can also say you're the asshole. I think asshole's off limits.
Okay, fine. That's valid. Yeah.
Since the whole premise of this podcast is am I the asshole stories?
Asshole!
Okay.
Asshole!
All right, this actually fit perfectly.
She's stirring up a pot of poison.
I see what you did there.
Yep.
And I don't know how you are finding these
But also
perfectly fitting stories that fit the theme, but also fall under your
I was gonna say,
weird criteria of
if you take away the food and you take away her stirring a pot, she was still stirring the pot
know.
of her roommate situation.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
that's like a double win.
Good job, Huddy.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. I'm going to get this one out of the way. This one's not really stir the pot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think it is, but it was posted to r/ThreadTalk podcast, our subreddit. And I found this one hilarious. And I really wanted to read it on today's episode. So
Okay.
I will be doing so. Am I overreacting? I got the ick because my boyfriend was peer pressured into wearing a diaper to the Spider-Man movie. Y'all, I'm going to crash out. I love your podcast and all the stories, and you never think something story-worthy is going to happen to you until it does. So I had to download Reddit and tell you guys the most insane fucking thing that happened last night. I, 28 female, have been official with my boyfriend, 31 male, for about 5 months, but talking for 8-ish. We are both gamers, a little quirky, and his quirkiness is what I admire a lot about him. His friends are equally as weird, and I've always enjoyed being around them because they're always putting on fun events like drunk Smash Bros. Tourneys, PowerPoint nights, making their own board games, etc. They are all huge Marvel fans, and although I haven't seen all of them, I've seen the majority of them and love the Spider-Man movies, so I was really excited when Brand New Day came out. We all decided to dress up and meet at his friend's apartment beforehand to eat dinner. We get there, and a few of them already seem pretty hammered. I don't mind, but I was a little worried going to the movie theater with hammered people. I get there, and they continue to drink, and my boyfriend even has a couple of drinks. They were getting a little rowdy, and a few of the guys leave us girls in the kitchen while they go in the friend's room for a sec. We hear them all just dying of laughter. Listening in, I hear, quote, "Want to see? I'm being serious." Do you want to do the other one?
You're not. You're fucking with me. Holy shit. You're serious.
You got to do it.
I'm not doing that.
Come on. We were so confused, and when they stepped out, we asked what was going on. The wife of the guy whose apartment we were at was like, "Oh, I think I know what this is about. They do this thing." I said, "What thing?" And the girl laughing said, "They think it's funny to wear diapers to the movies so they don't have to leave to go piss." My jaw was on the floor. Had they done this before? Had my boyfriend done this before when I was at the movies with him? My boyfriend had claimed that he hadn't done it in a long time, which is why he was shocked when they showed him their diapers in the room underneath the Spider-Man costumes. His friend corrected him and said, "You literally did this with us for Thunderbolts last year." They were also hyped up and hyping each other up, and it was a weird drunken diaper cult mentality, and all of the wives and girlfriends were literally laughing their asses off at their grown men wearing a diaper to the movies, so I felt so gaslit into thinking that if I said anything, then I would be seen as the lame one. A little disclaimer, they're all very social and have a weird banter that sometimes I feel like I don't have, and it leaves me feeling a little left out at some hangouts that we all have because I'm a little bit more shy and the newest to the friend group. So I think maybe that also contributed into why I felt like maybe why I was the one being lame. Anyways, flash forward to the movies. I thought in my head, okay, so they're wearing diapers for a bit. No way they actually take a leak in them during the movie, right? Lo and behold, not even 20 minutes in, one of the friends does an exaggerated sigh of relief to let us all know he used the diaper. They all start quiet chuckling. They all would do similar things like that whenever they peed. One of the wives even got up mid movie, and my boyfriend said, "Bet you wish you had a diaper on right now." That's unhinged. Towards the end of the movie, I whispered to him, "You're not actually going to pee yourself, right?" And he whispered back that he already had, but didn't make a big deal like the others did because he didn't want to make me feel uncomfortable. Now it's the next day and we both had to work, so I haven't seen him today. Maybe the title is misleading because I know I'm not overreacting to the situation itself, but I guess I'm just wondering if it would be overreacting of me to break it off completely. This whole thing left an icky feeling inside of me and I can't shake it, but maybe I just need to talk to him or give him a few more days. P.S. I created Reddit just to tell you guys this, so my username is just the first thing on my mind when I was making the account. The username is SpidermanP 0000.
Oh my God. This is hilarious. I see how we got here. Teresa and I also, we did go see Spider-Man on opening weekend
It was so
too.
good.
It was really good. It was really good. Okay. Okay. I didn't need a diaper to get through the movie, but I wasn't drinking. So I could understand how we got here because they're pre-drinking to go to this movie. So when you drink, you know, you have to go pee more often. So once you break the seal, as we always called it growing up in high school, like once you go that first time, you know, you'll go like every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and that's going to interrupt the movie. And there ain't nothing more than I hate of like missing part of the movie. Like I'll wait till my bladder's about to explode. And then Marvel makes it even worse because like your batter, you know, if you make it through the movie, you got to wait for the end credit scenes. You're not even free yet. You have to go. So I can see why they're wearing diapers because they know they're not going to be able to hold it. I feel like Teresa would be like, damn, that's smart.
Come on. No, you are starting a rumor and we need to squash it right now because some of the comments are talking about me wearing a diaper and what someone replied that I did it for the Taylor Swift concert.
I was about to say,
I absolutely did not do that.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I did not do that. I went to the washroom like a normal human being.
We went to the washroom and you missed some of the concert because you went to the washroom.
I did. I would never do that for a Taylor Swift concert. I did it for my CPA exam. That was 3 days. It was total of 13 hours, okay, over the span of 3 days. The longest day was a 5-hour exam, okay?
That's important. That's an important life thing.
That is an important exam, and I'm not going to be shamed for doing that.
Your sister...
I would never, however, do it for a Taylor Swift concert.
What about or Spider-Man?
Yes. Yes. I would absolutely do it for Spider-Man.
Can you easily say that? Your sister has an exam coming up. Do you think she'll wear a diaper?
I don't think she will. I think she has more humility than me.
Yeah. Okay, so
just wanted to squash that, but
she doesn't really say it. She said at the beginning that they were all dressing up, but they didn't really say what. And then later, she says that they were underneath their Spider-Man costumes.
Yeah.
This adds another layer to it that actually makes more sense because Spider-Man costumes, they're going to zip up from the back. How are you going to do that by yourself if you need to go to the washroom in the middle of the movie? You got to take your Spider-Man costume off that's got a zipper behind your back.
I cannot believe you're defending this right now.
No, but I'm like, if you actually think about it, it kind of makes more sense. They're wearing like a onesie suit that they can't easily get out of. So if they needed to go to the washroom in the middle, it'd be very difficult. So now the diaper thing is actually not, they're drinking. So they're like the time that they need to go pee is shortened because I don't think they can make it through the 2-hour movie when they're drinking. And then add on the fact that their costume would make it extremely hard. How many cosplayers do you think wear diapers when they go to, like,
No,
Comic-Con?
no, it's not impossible to
The
take a
ones
zipper off by
the
yourself.
the ones that wear
Hello, like, do it here and then do it here. Like,
men don't have the same flexibility that women do with their dresses,
please.
so, maybe that makes sense.
No, it doesn't make sense at all.
Huh.
No, you're uh, I'm I apologize on my husband's behalf because this is absurd that you're even
So
normalizing this.
so the core of it, OP does say, "I got the ick. I got an icky feeling inside
Yeah,
me
I
that she can't
absolutely would
shake."
too.
Would you break up with me if this was
They're only 5 months in.
What if I was gonna do, like, an enduro motocross race that was 5 hours, and I was like, "I'm gonna wear a diaper
I
for
feel
it."
like that's different. This is a movie. You don't first of all, you knew this was gonna happen. You knew you were drinking too much, so you had to wear a diaper for that. Don't drink. How about that? Like, you don't need to do that. That's completely optional. Don't drink before a movie. I think that that's stupid.
Well, that's their fun time.
Well, now you get your girlfriend to break up with you. Was it worth it? I would absolutely, like, if you're feeling the ick and you don't think you can get past it, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, you are well within your rights to break up with your boyfriend for any reason, literally any reason. And I feel like this is a good enough reason.
The boyfriend did say, like, "I didn't make a big deal out of it. I used it, but I didn't have to go, ugh, that was nice."
Why are we giving him brownie points for that?
But then on the flip side, he did make a comment to the one girlfriend who got up, and he said, "Bet you wish you had the diaper now." Ugh,
Unhinged.
going
Like,
up and down here.
no, I could not get past this. I think that this is, in my opinion, this is immature. This shows a little bit of immaturity. I feel like it wasn't necessary. You know, like, so many steps could have been like, how did we get here? I feel like you didn't have to
I know how we
drink
got
so
here,
much.
drinking and Spider-Man costume.
You didn't have to wear the Spider-Man costume if that was the concern, but OP didn't say anything about that. Like, oh, they couldn't get out of their costume, so they wore a diaper. No, it was just because of the drinking. And you could just get up and miss a couple minutes of the movie.
No, that's bad. You don't go to the movie theaters to miss some of the movie. You've gotten up to go to the washroom in the middle of the movie before,
Yes.
but that was always a movie that I, like, kinda took you to. You're like,
No. I've definitely done it I have a small bladder. I do it for every movie.
"Yeah,
I
I
did it for Barbie.
don't know how you do that." Yeah, you did. I don't know how you can watch a movie like that. I have such, like, continuity anxiety, like, I can't handle
Well, guess
missing a
what? Your
bit of
friends
it.
are there to fill you in.
That's not the same thing.
I
Filling
think
in
it
versus
is.
seeing it, it's so different for me.
I don't know.
I'll wait until I'm in serious pain before I get up.
I'm on OP side. Whatever you want to do, girl, I got you.
Wait,
Denver's being insane.
are you okay, read the top comment.
Top comment says, "Could you see the diaper line under their suits?" OP replied, "Ha ha ha, only 2 of them had the Spider-Man suits on. My boyfriend wasn't one of them, but yes, you could see the line a little with the
Oh
distorted
my god, that's so
face."
funny. But he wasn't even in a Spider-Man costume, and he still wore it just because he was drinking. I mean, I can understand that. I mean,
No, you're insane.
I would never
That's insane.
do it, but I can understand it.
Someone else said, "The reasons Teresa has worn adult diapers for makes so much more sense than this. Like, he's not ill or anything. Well, maybe mentally ill. I think it's just a lame excuse considering the movie was 2.5 hours long. There's no way all of them have bladder issues to the point that this is necessary." Someone replied, "I don't remember why she did this." And someone replied to that, "For the TS concert, lol. I'm downvoting that, and I'm replying, uh, false. Fake news."
Fake news. OP does make another comment, though, on someone else's post and says, "The rest of the night, they were all laughing and joking about it. Still, though, that's why it threw me off when he said he didn't want to make a big deal when he peed because the whole night he was cracking jokes about it with the guys and already making it into a big deal." I think he recognized that he lost her a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Do what you
mean,
gotta do, girl.
yeah, it comes down to, do you want to experience this again? Because it will happen again.
Exactly.
Avengers Doomsday is coming out soon. December 18th. I told Teresa to clear the calendar for December 18th. We're going to watch Avengers Doctor Doom. And she's like, "No, that's Christmas."
That time is for Christmas movies only.
There'll probably be a Christmas scene in it.
Okay.
All right.
All right, over to you.
Back to me. Am I the asshole for letting my husband dump my sister in law and niece onto my mother in law and father in law after my family's food had been tampered with?
Okay, so the exact same story.
No, it's different. This one's way different.
Okay.
I, 37 female, had taken in my sister in law, 41 female, Michelle, after her husband had kicked her out of the house due to him serving her with divorce papers. And my niece, Annie, 15 female, went with her mom. Michelle had called my husband, Josh, 39 male, shortly after it happened, and we both agreed to let Michelle and Annie stay in our house until Michelle got an apartment. That was 2 months ago, and everything seemed to be going well, with both Michelle and Annie helping out around the house despite me telling them they didn't have to, and I didn't think there'd be any problems with them living with us. That is, until yesterday, when we decided to reward my daughter, Claire, 13 female, for doing well on her mid-unit test with pizza and her favorite blizzard.
Yum.
When Claire went to get her ice cream out of the freezer after eating her pizza, Annie saw it since she was in the living room and asked Claire if she could have half of it since she wanted something sweet. Claire refused because it was her treat, and Annie got mad and started to argue with my daughter. I overheard them arguing from the bedroom and went downstairs to see what was happening. Claire explained what happened, and I asked Annie if it was true, which she confirmed it was. So I explained to Annie that the ice cream was Claire's reward for doing well, and it wasn't fair to make her give up half of it. Annie just said, okay, and I figured that was that. I decided to make spaghetti for dinner that night since we had all the ingredients, and once it was done, I went upstairs to ask my husband if he wanted to have his food now or later. When I went back to the kitchen, I saw Annie stirring the pot with a clear lipstick tube. Next to that was streaked with something dark red.
Lipstick tube?
I asked Annie what she was doing, and she stammered out that she was just helping me by stirring the spaghetti.
Oh my god.
I didn't buy that for a second, so I grabbed the lipstick tube from the counter, sniffed it, and gagged from the smell. It was period blood.
Oh my god.
Oh, and my God, did it smell absolutely putrid.
Oh my god.
I thought I was going to throw up. I asked
Oh my
Annie,
god.
as calmly as I could, if she put the blood inside the spaghetti, but she refused to speak until I called both Josh and Michelle down to the kitchen. Annie broke and admitted that she was mad that I didn't make Claire give up the blizzard, so she decided to get back at us by putting the period blood in the food.
No fucking way.
Once my niece fessed up, I yelled at her, saying that she could have made us all sick, and that was a ridiculous and cruel overreaction over something so minor. Michelle interrupted me, telling me not to yell at her daughter and that Annie just made a mistake due to the stress of the current situation and the hormones from her period messing with her brain. I said that I didn't care what caused her to do it, and I would never think of tampering with someone else's food like that if they said I couldn't have something of theirs, even if I was going through what Annie is. At that point, my husband intervened and said that if Michelle was just going to excuse Annie's behavior and not punish her in any way, then both of them would have at my mother in law and father in law's house. Michelle tried to protest, but my husband shut that down by asking if she was going to punish my niece for what she did. Michelle said no, so my husband told them to go pack their stuff. I didn't say anything because, quite frankly, after what happened, I wanted them gone. Michelle and Annie packed up all of their stuff, then they left with an Uber picking them up from the house. I dumped the spaghetti out and ended up just ordering takeout. A few hours later, my mother in law, 66 female, had called me to scold me for letting my husband kick Michelle and Annie out, dumping them onto her and my father in law. Apparently, they were not as prepared for guests and had to call over a younger neighbor of theirs to help them clear out the spare bedrooms they had used as pseudo storage spaces. My mother in law said that I should have told my husband to let Michelle and Annie stay the night, called them to let my mother in law and father in law know that they had to take in Michelle and Annie, then kick the two out. Josh heard what my mom was talking about and then took the phone from me. He told his mom she would have done the exact same thing to him and his grandparents if he had tried to pull that while living with them. My husband then hung up on his mom and told me not to worry about it. I'm relieved that Annie and Michelle are out of the house, but I feel guilty that I let my husband push them on to my in-laws instead of doing what mother-in-law suggested. Am I the asshole?
Oh my god. I beseech you to get this daughter exercised. She is
Exercise? You mean?
no, like an exorcism. I think she is the devil spawn.
But is that called exercised?
Yes.
Okay.
Exorcised.
Okay.
Exorcised.
Put her on the treadmill.
No. I think she's possessed. Who in their right mind? Like, what?
You should
What?
have given her the blizzard.
Please. Do not piss me off right now. This is the most insane story I've ever heard. Actually, like, this is up there. This is up there.
Yeah, this has gotta be the craziest
The
one.
title does not do it justice.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It
I
doesn't.
thought this was going to be a boring one.
I love how she didn't give it all away in the title.
Oh my god.
Left a big climax in the middle of the story.
Oh my god. I cannot. No, I would feel so violated. I would feel No, you're not the asshole at all. I'm glad your husband has your back. That's great. You are one union.
Good job. Yeah.
I love that.
I liked how she didn't have to advocate for like getting them kicked out or anything. He was just like,
Yeah.
get the get out of here.
Yeah, and I feel like honestly Michelle should be understanding of this. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I understand that's your daughter and she can do no wrong, but come on, like let's be reasonable humans here.
The thing is because Michelle was unreasonable is why they got kicked out. They actually didn't get kicked out because of Claire putting the period blood into the pasta. They got kicked out because Michelle refused to punish, not Claire, Annie. Michelle refused to punish Annie for what she did. The brother's like, are you going to punish your kid? And the sister was like, nah, dog. And he's like, all right, get out of here.
I wonder though if she was like, if she did agree to punish her, like would they still let them stay?
What would your punishment be?
How are you
going to time out for your 15-year-old? How are you going to punish your 15-year-old?
She's 13.
No, Claire, the younger daughter's 13. Annie's 15.
Annie's 15.
Yeah, Annie's 15.
Wait, that's so much worse.
Your 15-year-old is to put period blood in the pasta. How are you?
Oh, I'm taking away your phone?
Yep.
And you're grounded for literally a year.
Is it too far that
Probably. If you have to ask, probably.
She has to eat the pasta.
You're sick.
I feel like you're just not being harsh enough.
I'm not a parent, so I don't know.
You know what they should do? Okay, here, how about this? They find a documentary, a really old school, like from the 80s, a really boring documentary of like, why it's bad, like why that would be poisonous to eat, something about, toxins and stuff. And then they sit her in the room and that plays like on a loop, like when the lights never turn off. And they have to listen to it like 20 times in a row.
This
all
sounds
day.
like that show, the Wayward Pines.
Wayward Pines?
Was it Wayward Pines or Wayward? It was like that school, remember?
The school.
The Wayward show. We watched it not too long ago. It was the kids that were shipped off there because they were problematic kids or whatever.
Yeah, send them to send them one of those camps. Send them to a bad kid camp.
Okay.
Yeah. Make them sleep up in a tent. Army cadets. They here getting Army cadets.
That's what Denver got.
Yeah. So the top comment on the story says, not the asshole. Your niece was going to try and poison / make the whole household sick because she didn't get fucking ice cream and her mother wants to let it slide. 15 years old is more than enough to know the difference between right and wrong, and is bordering the age where mistakes like this face serious consequences. Your sister-in-law is not doing your niece any favors with her poor parenting.
Oh my god. I fully thought she was 13 this whole time. That makes 15. I know it's only 2 years, but I feel like 15 compared to 13 is like worlds apart.
You ready for another twist?
Yeah.
OP replies to that comment and says, one of the worst parts about this is that we had a party-sized container of cookies and cream ice cream that was for everyone in the house. So it's not like they're in an ice cream deprived house and the blizzard is the only form of ice cream in the house. And she's like, I want some ice cream too. Why does she's the only one that gets ice cream? No, there's more ice cream in the house and she just wanted what her cousin had. She wanted it because she had it.
I stand on what I said, I think she's a devil spawn.
And you'd have to think she's getting this reward for having good marks on her report card. So you would think the 15-year-old also got her report card at the same time. She didn't earn no fucking reward. No
Maybe,
reward.
maybe not, but like we don't know that they, reward their kids the same way. Like it wouldn't be on OP and her husband to reward their niece. It would be on Michelle.
I like my theory
Okay.
that she just didn't get good enough grades to get it. I like that theory.
All right, that one was crazy.
Yep.
That was crazy.
Yep.
All right, over to me.
Okay.
My sister told me she was dating my fiancé. Yep, this is exactly what it sounds like. I, 22 female, am engaged to my fiancé John, 25 male, for the past 6 months, and we've been dating since my freshman year of university. I was 17 and he was 20. These past 5 years of dating have been amazing, and John's always been the perfect gentleman and the best boyfriend. He's kind, takes me on dates, and has been showering me with gifts, especially after becoming engaged. My parents met him 2 years after we started dating, but my sister, Sarah, 24 female, has never met him as she lives in the UK. Last month, John had to go to the UK for work as he had a deal to work out, and in my head, I thought about telling him to stay with Sarah, but since we aren't on the best terms, I didn't tell John anything about Sarah living in the UK. John's trip was originally scheduled for 3 weeks, but he extended his trip by 2 weeks to, quote, get some more work done, and I accepted it. After all, he's been nothing short of perfect, and this was the least I could do. John returned 2 months ago, and since then, he'd been acting different. He wanted to take me on more dates, get me more things, but with my college schedule, it was all incredibly hectic, but he wasn't taking no for an answer. A week ago, we had a family gathering for my parents' 40th anniversary, and my sister was in attendance, which was a big deal because she didn't come to the US very often. When she came, I was already there, but John was at work, so he was coming a bit later. When Sarah met me, she was uncharacteristically happy to see me, but I entertained it. Have we swore? Have we swore?
Nope. Why?
I don't remember.
Not me. No, not me.
Literally, I don't remember. Everybody listening is probably like,
Well, if I did swear, I would definitely admit it so that I could give you a minute of a foot massage.
okay, liar. Sorry, back to the story. She kept telling me about this wonderful guy that she met and how happy she was and how handsome he was, and basically just singing his praises. Sarah's always been prettier and more popular than me, though she was a bit psycho at times, so I wasn't surprised to see that she had been dating a guy like that. When I asked her about her status of their relationship, she almost immediately became peeved and rolled her eyes and started talking about all the things he was gifting her. I asked her where he was currently, and she said he lived in the US and had to come to UK for work. I asked her for how long, and she said a bit more than a month. Okay, weird. All of those things could chalk up to be coincidences, though, so I just silently nodded and let her gloat, but inside I was a bit apprehensive. It all went to shit when John arrived. When I opened the door for him, Sarah went berserk, screeching his name, going up to him, hugging him, and kissing him all over his face, like some kind of crazy girlfriend. John didn't reciprocate at all, but he definitely knew who she was, glared at her, and pulled her off of him before walking towards me. I just left the party, and I am still so mad that I can barely contain myself. I changed the lock to my apartment, blocked him everywhere, and I'm staying with a few friends currently. I can't bring myself to believe it. I always thought John and I were perfect for each other, and after some digging, my sister had been working in the same office building that he had been working in the UK. Was it some kind of office fling? I don't even want to think about him anymore, and I am just devastated.
What the heck? Talk about a small world.
Right?
Talk about a small world.
Yep.
How is this stirring the plot?
It's not plot, it's pot.
Pot.
I don't want to ruin anything, but I want to know your thoughts so far.
Okay, well, I think it is a crazy small world coincidence, but also is this not 2026? Did we go back in time where photos and social media don't exist? Like, here's a picture of my fiance. Here's a picture of the guy I've been dating for the last 5 years. Here's a picture of my sister. Here's a family photo. Here's what my sister looks like in the family portrait. How do they not know what they looked like?
Interesting theory.
Yeah. Why? sounds like you got insider information that I
I
don't
mean,
have.
I did
Sounds
read
like
this
you know
story
where this
before.
story ends. Sounds like you know where this ends. But I'm just thinking, she does say, I didn't mention John because we weren't that close.
She said she didn't mention his sister was living there
Yes, she
because,
didn't mention because they had never met as she lives in the UK. Because why?
and her and her sister are not close.
Since we aren't on the best terms.
Yes.
Okay, I get that. But we're not on the best terms is different from we're no contact and I don't recognize the fact that she exists. So
I think there is an in between.
you've never shown John like a family photo
Mm,
of all of you guys together, a photo. Oh, do you have a sister? Yeah, okay. Like, never showed him a photo of what your sister looks like. That's
mm,
weird. That's sus. Before you met my mom, did I not show you a picture of what she might have looked like?
mhm,
Yeah, like a family photo or something.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is sus.
Okay, so what do you think? You think he recognized her and was like, "Let's fuck with your sister"?
Or she did because they're not on the best terms.
Mm.
Okay. Also, sus about this story. When John shows up, she immediately runs to him. Oh, I know where this is going. The sister hates the other sister and fucking saw him and she knew what he looked like and she fucked him on purpose to fuck with her sister because they're not on good terms. So when John showed up at the party, how did the sister...
You swore, by the way. You said fucked.
Damn it. How did the sister know that he was there? It wasn't a shocked expression of like, what are you doing here? Like, are you stalking me? No, she was happy to see him. Like, she knew he was going to show up, but he didn't know she was going to show up. So it's not like he knew that she invited him to the family event. It's not like she was expecting him. It's not like he knew she was expecting him to be there. So I think she knew that she was banging her sister's fiance, and she was so happy because she was rubbing it in her sister's face, and she's like, she doesn't even know what's coming for her. Plot twist: this OP stole one of her old boyfriends in high school, and she's getting back at her.
Interesting. So your theory is that... Okay, no, it's fine. I'm just gonna read a comment. While it's possible he cheated, and that's certainly what Sarah wants you to think, maybe take 2 steps back and take a deep breath. You don't have a good relationship with her. She has been psycho in the past, and she follows you on Instagram where you have photos of you and your fiance. So she could easily have recognized him when he turned up to her office. Does her past psycho behavior involve making up lies or being manipulative, paying people back for imagined slights? Maybe they cheated. Maybe she hit on him and got rebuffed. And she's doing this to hurt both of you. I think you need more information.
Okay, so maybe he didn't cheat because he did was like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you doing? Went to stand by his wife's side. So maybe he didn't cheat.
OP replies and says she was pretty manipulative towards people, but nothing this bad. She went to therapy for a while before going to the UK.
Well, it's been building in the UK. She's a completely different person for the worse.
So there's an edit on the original post that says, after some conversation in the comments, we have discerned that since my sister follows my Instagram and I have posted about my fiance there, she knew that we were engaged. I don't know if Sarah and John worked in the same company. I only knew that they worked in the same office building. It's not a stretch, but I don't have those facts yet. Also, sorry if it wasn't clear before, but John probably does know what Sarah looks like from childhood photos and what I show him on social media, as she has been a connection of his on LinkedIn. I'm going to be contacting Sarah and asking her how she knows John.
Okay. So then it's more likely than not that John is a good boy and he didn't do anything wrong and sister's psycho because he knew what she looked like. So why would he then go and have an affair with her when he goes to London or the UK?
Another edit says, to all the people saying this is fake, or I am a bot/troll, I promise that I'm not. I really wish this was fake or creative writing. I don't even get that one, because then I wouldn't be as heartbroken as I am right now. I've scheduled to talk to John tomorrow, and I'll update everyone once that's over.
I've scheduled it. I've scheduled to talk to my fiance tomorrow.
2 p.m. Be there.
Yeah, we have a Google Meet.
Okay, the update comes.
Okay. 3 months later.
Oh, is it 3 months later? Okay, the update comes 3 months later. I wonder if the edit was also made 3 months later then.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Hi, everyone. It's really nice to see all the support I've gotten from everyone who commented on my post, but the consensus was that I, 22 female, should talk to John, 25 male.
That's a great consensus.
I did, and 3 months ago, we had a heart-to-heart conversation about what happened in London. John told me that Sarah somehow found out at his place of work, tried stalking him, and telling all his London coworkers that they were in a relationship, getting her invited to pubs with them, etc. John said that her behavior was very disturbing, and that was why he was so fazed when he saw her here. He just didn't expect it. Honestly, I feel horrible. My fiancé was going through something that I couldn't even imagine, and I iced him out for a week because of my own insecurities regarding my sister. I truly do love him so much, but this feels like a hurdle that we cannot get over. Even though it's been 3 months, the guilt still eats away at me, and it's tough to think that I was the bad person in this situation, but it's true. John and I took it a bit slower. We went on a break for a month and got back together a month and a half ago. I don't even know where we stand anymore. It's like our relationship has gone back to the early days of us being awkward 17 and 20-year-olds, and it's not a place I want to be in with him. I've completely cut Sarah and my parents out of my life. John encouraged me to do so, as they were all incredibly toxic, and I like to think that we are slowly building our relationship back up again. It's tough, I'm not gonna lie. All in all, I'm heartbroken and I feel like I've lost all the trust he had in me. I didn't think that what I did was truly irrational, but looking back, and from a conversation with John, I realized that I was the one in the wrong, and it's been hard to admit to myself. John went on a few half dates with a coworker of his before we got back together, and I can't even bring myself to feel pained about it. He's expressed before that it's lucky that we're getting a chance together again, and I don't want to mess it up. We've been dating for 5 years, and I don't want to throw it all away by being a jealous person, so I hope that this post brings the closure that the other post needed.
I'm not getting much closure. Why did you cut your parents off? What did your parents do? Did they back Sarah? I'm
Probably.
like, that's the only thing I can think of. And you didn't really give us, I mean, I guess you did. Like, she tried stalking him and stuff. But I feel like you're leaving some stuff out. I feel like they're leaving some stuff out here. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like
I feel like we're missing.
kind of extreme.
Kind of
Maybe not
glossed
extreme,
over
but
it. Why does she hate you so much? What's her reasoning for why she did it?
yeah. Yeah.
Why does she hate her so much? OP, I feel like we've got, what do you like to call it?
Okay, we're not going to be bringing up unreliable narrator
it.
every story now.
Well, that's what I feel like is happening. She's leaving stuff out.
Okay, another update comes 5 days later. I've made a few other posts about this in other subs, but right now I'm just preparing to break up with my fiancé. I love him so much, but I've gotten some information that he might be cheating on me with my sister. Long story. Posted about it before.
What?
But I really don't want to. I've been with this man since I was 17, and I've known him since I was even younger than that. We met when I was 15, so he's been in my life for almost 7 years. How do I break up our engagement, and how do I emotionally recover from this incident?
This
I
was
didn't see
posted
this.
5 days after the last post.
I didn't see this last update.
I'm so
Me
confused.
too. Like, were they actually dating?
Did he actually cheat? Did he not cheat? What's the consensus here?
Oh, hope he posts a lot. No, everything is, it's continuous. Like, like there's continuity between the posts. There's no missing gaps. At least, unless she deleted it.
Huh.
So,
Interesting.
well,
Well,
honestly, at this point, I do feel like it's best to break it off. I feel like you've been through too much together, and I just don't know.
well, now she's lost her sister, her parents, and her fiance.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough.
At the same point, though, I feel like I feel like OP kind of has a sense that fiance won't forgive her,
Yeah.
and he's just kind of dragging.
She kind of
Yeah.
I mean, if he's innocent, then she kind of fucked it up. Like, she went iced him out, didn't talk to him for a
2
week.
minute foot massage.
She iced him out. She iced him out for a whole week, and he's like, "Dude, your sister has been stalking me, and now you've iced me out."
What are you looking at?
Like, you didn't believe? Like, you didn't believe I guess he could be hurt, like, you didn't believe me that why would I like, I knew what
Yeah.
your sister looked like, why would I do that to you? But also, no, no, unless, very bad, narrator, like, we can't trust her or anything, why did he not tell her, "Yo, your sister's currently stalking me in the UK."
Oh.
Why was he not texting
Oh.
her being like, "Hey, your sister found my workplace. I've been talking with your sister." No, he did cheat.
Oh my god, you're so right.
A non-cheater would have been like, "Yo, your sister's
Your sister's
harassing me. Oh
here.
my god, I just ran into your sister. Oh my god, your sister's actually stalking me. I didn't run into her by accident."
We just uncovered. This is the boots on the ground journalism we need.
So maybe he just didn't recognize her being
L
the sister at all.
You're smart.
And the sister got away with the stalking,
Wow.
and he dipped into that honey pot, and the sister accomplished what she wanted to accomplish, and then he tried denying it.
I think you're so right.
I think I'm right too.
Damn.
Because, yeah, if that was me and that was your sister, I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, I just ran into your sister in the UK. Like, is this your sister, right?" That would have been me. I would have been texting my wife. It wouldn't have been, "Oh, I came back to the party and then now she starts kissing me and I tell my wife, 'Oh, yeah, she's been stalking me.'" That's a lame ass. That's a lie. Like, that's it. "Oh, yeah, she's been stalking me." Maybe she was. Like, that's how she ran into him. Or maybe it was a coincidence and that's, oh my God.
Oh my god.
Guilty! Guilty!
Guilty. Oh wow, I'm so glad we came to that conclusion. I didn't
We
see
I came to that conclusion. Would have jump on my bandwagon.
What's yours is mine.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yep, yep.
All right.
Okay, back to me.
Back to you.
Am I okay, this one, it's title, "Am I the asshole? My ex-fiancé tried to get my wife to cheat on me."
Okay.
I think my ex-fiancé, Jess, 31 female, might have tried to get my wife, Olivia, 30 female, drunk and cheat on me.
That's crazy.
My wife thinks I am overreacting and overthinking the whole situation. Can someone tell me if I would be the asshole to ask Olivia to stop being friends with Jess immediately? For context, Jess and I started dating during the sophomore year of our college. We met through mutual friends and connected instantly. She was charming and outgoing and made friends instantly everywhere she went. I am more shy and nerdy, but I enjoy going out to parties with her. We got engaged on our graduation day as both of our families were attending. I got a job at a big tech company right after college, and Jess moved in with me while looking for jobs. That is when the relationship started going downhill. Jess was an art major and had trouble finding a stable job. She did a bunch of freelance work and mostly worked from home. I was overwhelmed with work. She always wanted to go to bars and clubs, and I wanted to rest in the evening after 10 to 12 hours of work. I was okay with her going out with friends alone, and I would sometimes tag along on the weekend. It bothered me that she was still in her party girl phase. She complained that I was becoming boring and should enjoy my early 20s before we settled down. I was also not happy with the friends she hung out with, as there was a lot of drinking and drug use. Even when I went to her friends, she would be extremely flirty with guys in her friend group.
Mm-mm-mm.
Her excuse was always that she gets flirty when she is drunk and she was just joking. I had enough and decided to call off the engagement after 2 years, as we were just different people at that point. The breakup was messy and she kept trying to get back with me for almost a year. There were some incidences where Jess may not have acted in her best judgment, and I blocked her from all my social media. I did not want to deal with the drama and wanted to move on. I also got a transfer to another town around that time and never heard from Jess again. This is when I started dating my wife, Olivia. My wife was the exact opposite of Jess. She was very soft spoken and a homebody like me. She knew I was engaged before. We dated for 3 years and happily married for 2 years now. However, one of the sticking points we always had was my Thursday nights. 3 of my closest college friends are now scattered all across the country, and we generally play a video game together on Thursday evenings since our college days. Olivia complained that she gets bored during that time. About 6 months ago, Olivia told me she got a Facebook invite for a group where they had painting and wine nights on Thursdays. It was mostly 8 to 10 women who got together at someone's house and spent the evening painting, drinking wine, and gossiping. According to Olivia, it was just a few housewives and divorcees, and they welcomed her. One of the women's name was Jess, but I did not think much of it. 2 weeks ago, Olivia told me it was Jess's birthday and they wanted to do a ladies' night at a club. Olivia hates loud music, but Jess convinced her to come for dinner and some drinks. On that night, I got a call from Olivia at 10 p.m. asking me if I could come and pick her up. I could tell something was wrong and immediately left to pick her up. I went to the bar and went in to pick up Olivia. I was shocked when I realized that her friend Jess was my ex-fiancée. She also looked surprised to see me there. I was polite and said hello to everyone, but Olivia wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. After we went in the car, I told Olivia that Jess was my ex-fiancé whom I had not seen for almost 7 years. Olivia was shocked to hear it and she did not know about it. It was crazy since I did not even know she lived in the same city as us.
Oh my God.
Olivia told me Jess was the one who had started the painting group. She had divorced her husband 2 years ago and moved to our city for a fresh start. The reason why she called me was because she was getting uncomfortable with the situation at the bar. Since Jess and one of the other women were single, they kept on encouraging guys hitting on them and inviting them over to their table. Jess was trying to get everyone drunk and was asking Olivia to open up and have fun. She was constantly hyping up Olivia to the two of the guys who bought them a round of drinks. At this point, Olivia excused herself to go to the restroom and called me to pick her up. I'm not happy with the situation, but I am also not mad at Olivia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just uncomfortable with Olivia hanging out with Jess. I told Olivia about the same. Olivia told me that she was never going to put herself in the same situation again with Jess or anyone else. Also, this friends group is the only real social life she has had since we both are in a completely new city. She does not want to stop going to her painting nights with her friends. I brought up the thought that Jess could be acting in malice, but Olivia told me she did not think Jess would know I was her husband, as Olivia never showed my picture to anyone in the group. She also said that it's been 7 years since we broke up. Jess is a kind person and I should not judge her based on one night when she was drunk. She still wants to stay friends with Jess. On one hand, I do not want to separate Olivia from her friends, but my gut feeling is telling me something is off in the situation. Besides, it feels weird to have my ex be friends with my wife. Am I the asshole to want Olivia to stop being friends with Jess because of my gut feeling? Or should I just let it go as it's Olivia's call to make?
I feel like this is too much of a coincidence to ignore.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm not giving Jess any benefit of the doubt here. She is acting in malice. This
Think
is
so?
not. Yes, absolutely. She was the one that reached out to Olivia. What are the odds of that?
How do you know
They're
she
in
was
a
the one that reached
different
out?
city because they said that. They
Mm.
said she was the one that organized that and reached out to Olivia for the painting night.
No.
Yes.
It does say that. Okay, so yeah, I missed this the first time I read the story, but it does say Olivia told me she got a Facebook invite for a group where they had
Yes.
painting and wine nights.
They
and
invited
then
her.
later it was later she says that Jess was the one who created the group.
Exactly.
I missed that the first time.
That is that's the smoking gun.
That kind of takes away the coincidence
Yeah.
that happens, because if Olivia sent the invite, or if Jess sent the invite to Olivia for
Yes.
the Facebook group, not
Olivia
Olivia
was
found
seeking
it
out. Yes.
and requested to join, that's different.
Yes. Yeah.
That's sus.
No, I don't like it.
Top comment says, info, did Olivia tell this group that she was married? Because if Jess knew she was married and was trying to get her to cheat on you, even if she didn't know it specifically you, then that is really, really scummy.
Yes.
She should not be hanging out with friends who encourage her to cheat on her spouse.
Yes, exactly. If she knew, regardless of if she knew or not, that's still a shitty thing to do. And I think you should bring that point to Olivia and say, why would you want to hang around this person?
Yeah. OP does reply to that and says, yes, I know this because one of the ladies in the painting group lives in our neighborhood and she knows me as Olivia's husband. Plus, her Instagram and Facebook has all of our pictures together.
Okay!
She also,
that's all we need.
I also felt the same about Jess's behavior. She made her uncomfortable to the point where she had to call me to pick her up.
Okay. Her Facebook and Instagram have pictures of
Yeah.
OP naturally.
Yeah.
And you're telling me Jess didn't know, didn't recognize you?
Right?
Liar, liar, pants on
Mm-hmm.
fire.
Mm-hmm. Another comment says, not the asshole, but you need to remain low key and let Olivia process this information. The paint and wine nights are harmless, and the birthday night bar could just be a one off, and Olivia may choose to not participate in one ever again. She also knew how to handle the situation on her own, so she's not a vulnerable, naive waif fresh off the turnip truck. Trust your
What?
wife. If she gets any mean girl vibes off of Jess, she'll know how to deal. OP replies to this and says, that is the approach I'm taking for now. I do not really have any reason not to trust Olivia. It's Jess who I don't trust. However, I do not want to come out as an asshole and insecure in asking her to stop seeing Jess, and as a consequence, her friends group. She does not have a lot of friends and seems to enjoy being with the others. Plus, the other women in her group seem to be nice. Olivia told me it was a lesson learned for her and would not put herself in situations anymore where she goes to the bars alone. She felt Jess did not act inappropriately since she is single and is allowed to flirt with guys. Olivia just felt uncomfortable and removed herself from the situation.
Fine, but I do think that this is still a problem. Like,
Yep.
this person commenting, like, oh, it's harmless. It's not, though, because Jess's intentions are not good.
Yeah, I think they're working off of the thing that, like, it's totally a coincidence that Jess found Olivia and stuff. Totally a
How
coincidence
can
that
you
they're friends now.
argue?
But when you look at the fact
Yes.
that she was psycho enough that he had to block her on things when they broke up, and she got an invite to the painting night.
She got the invite, and she definitely has come across her Facebook, obviously.
Yep,
She's seen his pictures. She knew it was him.
exactly.
You
Sounds like
can't argue
she
that.
sought out and has been targeting Jess.
Yes.
All right. So there is an update. For reference, I broke up with my ex-fiancée Jess 7 years ago and have been together with my wife for 5 years, married for 2. After the night of Jess's birthday, where she tried to get my wife drunk and flirt with strangers, I had a long conversation with my wife. I laid down why I was uncomfortable with her hanging out with Jess. My wife agreed with most of what I said, but she feels that enough time has passed now where we can let things go. I also talked to Jess, and she told me that she had no idea about me and it's just one happy coincidence.
Please.
Jess also insisted to my wife that she moved on with her life after our breakup, found love, and unfortunately the marriage did not last. She told Olivia that maybe we could all go out for dinner together and clear out the issues.
No.
Jess also insisted that she was just having fun at the bar and apologized to my wife if her drunk behavior made her uncomfortable. My wife asked me if I would be okay with their friendship as she has not found a social group in the new town for a long time and Jess seems like a changed person. She also told me that she would only meet these women during her art night and not go on any girls' nights or trips. I felt that as long as Olivia was comfortable, I should not have any reason to be worried. We also had dinner with Jess once, and Jess was very friendly. She told me about what happened in her marriage and how she is going on her healing journey now. She also apologized to me for her behavior during our last few months together. Jess also now owns a business and works as a freelance artist and graphic designer. I also was gracious as we were just 23 and I harbor no ill feelings. My wife also started hosting art night at our place once a month or so, and I had to move to my office for my game nights. Last week, after the art night, Jess and one other lady hung back, and we were all drinking wine and chatting. The other lady was asking questions about Jess and I. Jess told her that it was old history. I went no contact with Jess for 4 years. That was the reason why she had no idea about Olivia. Olivia looked at me and asked Jess, you mean 7 years ago, right? Jess said no, and that was when we broke up. However, we met every time I came back to my hometown. I thought she was drunk, so I corrected her again and that it was 7 years ago and she was misremembering things. Jess said maybe, and we moved on. The next day, Jess sent a bunch of photos to my wife of me and Jess hanging out. They were just innocent photos like us having dinner, at a music festival, working out together, etc. The weirdest part was I had a few tattoos on my body that I got after I broke up with Jess. I also
What?
I also never owned the clothes the person in the photo is wearing. Even the photos were time-stamped to 4 years ago of Christmas of 2019. Olivia freaked out because we started dating the summer of 2019. I did make a trip alone to my hometown in Christmas of 2019. However, I never met with Jess.
Oh
She
my
started asking me why I did not tell her about meeting Jess. I tried to tell her that these things never happened, but she did not believe me.
god.
She also called Jess, and Jess told her that we met because I was back in town. However, we were just platonic at that point, and it's not what my wife is thinking. I confronted Jess, and she told me that I am stupid not to tell Olivia about meeting her, and also not telling her about Olivia.
Oh my god.
She says that I told her I was
Oh
single.
my god. Oh my god.
Olivia is very angry at me. She is not believing a word I am saying. I kept on telling her that I have not seen her for 7 years. Olivia says she does not mind me meeting her, but I should have told her as we were together. I volunteered to show her all of my phone records during that time, but they only go back 3 years on my carrier. I am confused how these photos can even exist when I never met her. They are definitely photos from when I was with Olivia, as I look more muscular in these photos and also have tattoos that I did not have back then. I even told her she can call my friends and family and ask them about the trip, but she says that she has all the photos of my trip and my friends and family will cover for me.
Oh my god.
Can someone please help me with what I can do in this case? I need to convince Olivia that this is all false, but she is just angry at me and giving me silent treatment. I swear that I did not meet Jess during the trip, and I'm caught up in this mess without my fault.
Oh, this is the plot of a movie.
Is it getting stirred with this
I'm
update? This
I'm
update is cooking. This update is stirring. This update is cooking. Was that a plot twist or what?
Oh my god. I knew Jess was lying, but this is just like she's slowly like planting seeds. Like,
Yep.
oh, he didn't do anything.
It's just
It was
platonic.
platonic. Oh my god. No, I'm actually so afraid of her. The scariest part is that Jess knew that he was gone the Christmas of 2019.
Like, how does she know that?
How does she know that? Like she found a gap when he was not with
Yeah,
Olivia.
like when he went back home.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say that
Oh my god.
this post on Reddit says it was from 2 years ago. Okay. So I think 2 years ago was roughly around the time where like AI photos became a thing.
Yeah.
Like everything now, right now in our time space, we're like, oh, is that an AI photo? Is that
Yeah,
AI
yeah,
social
yeah.
media post? But 2 years ago,
It was kind
it
of new.
it was right on the edge of becoming a trending thing where like if you had early access to it, you could get like a fake image
But
made.
your mind wouldn't go to that. You
Exactly.
wouldn't think like,
Now
oh,
we
that's AI.
Now we see something and we're like, is that
We
AI?
know better.
But 2 years ago, it wasn't an instant thought.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah, crazy.
That's absolutely insane. I'm sad for this update.
It's like they completely forgot. It's like the you're not even realizing the part that you said where she got an invite to the Facebook group. That's the biggest thing here
Yes.
that they're not really recognizing. They're not really talking about
They
it
should
much.
really, hone in on that.
Not
Because that's
yeah, why is nobody in the comments being like, "Wait, she got invited to the Facebook group? She didn't just find a painting night and be like, "Oh, that's cool, I'll join it." She literally got sent an invite?
Yep.
Sus.
Yep.
Sus. So much
Oh
sus.
my gosh.
Okay, so top comment on the update post says, "What in the Twilight Zone is going on here? Jess is freelance artist and graphic designer. Has your wife not heard of Photoshop? Olivia is really naive to believe Jess has
Yes.
good intentions here. I suggest you remove Jess from your lives immediately. You and your wife need to focus on your relationship. Jess knows exactly how to drive a wedge between you two, using your wife's longing for friends, naivety, and kindness against her. This is going to spiral more if Jess continues to be in your lives. I'd also be more upset at Olivia for believing her friend / your ex over her husband."
Exactly. Like, I don't even know if there is any coming back from this. Similar to like the last story where it's like you didn't believe, well, in the end it may have been true, but like you didn't believe your partner.
Yeah, she's a graphic designer. Take AI out of the question. We got Photoshop.
Exactly. Yeah.
So OP does reply to this and says, I tried to convince my wife it might be photoshopped. My wife wants to believe me, but after watching the photos and checking every possible thing, she does not trust me
Oh my
anymore.
god.
I also tried to find any inconsistencies in the photo that might make it seem that way. However, everything just looked right. Even the letters in my tattoos on my arm look correct in one of the pictures from the gym where I was in workout clothes.
So it's like a complete copy and paste, it sounds like.
Yeah, so somebody replies and says, just upload the photos to one of those Photoshop test sites and show her the evidence. It's so simple. And OP replies and says,
Oh.
can someone recommend any such sites? And somebody says, Photo Forensics. OP says, thanks.
Oh, okay. I hope he did it.
Right?
Okay, okay.
Okay, so there's an update on this update post, and it says, a lot of people are messaging me in DMs offering to review the pictures. I appreciate your help. I'm not comfortable sharing the fake photos online with strangers. I'm going to have an acquaintance who is a photographer look at them today. I had 2 people who are digital artists look at them so far, and both of them told me they cannot identify anything wrong with the photos. Also, another thing that I learned after talking to a friend yesterday was the music concert venue from the pictures was a park near my parents' suburb, and I did indeed go there with my friend for a Christmas tree event. He also confirmed to my wife that he was there with me all the time and we never met Jess there. He also shared 2 photos from his camera roll that showed me wearing a different t-shirt than the photo that Jess shared. My mom confirmed that the gym photo was taken in an exercise room from the YMCA my parents go to. My mom reminded me that I did use their guest passes during the trip. I have no idea what is going on, to be
Oh
honest.
my god. No, I'd honestly be mad at Olivia.
For believing?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I already warned you about all this stuff. I told you all of this stuff.
Yeah,
And now the ball has dropped and you're surprised something stirred the pot. You're surprised the pot's
exactly.
being stirred. I told you the pot was going to get stirred. I
Yeah.
told you it was bubbling over.
I don't know if I could there's only so much fight you can put up.
Percentage chance that he did actually meet with Jess and he has a brain tumor. Okay. So there's an update too. This is the final update. I want to thank a lot of you for extending support and help. This has been a horrible week that just keeps on getting worse. I do not blame my wife for believing
You
Jess.
should.
We do. Jess seemed to be a changed person from the girl I broke up with 7 years ago. I felt bad about her being in an abusive marriage for almost 3 years with a narcissistic husband. She got her life back together, was doing great with her work, and also started her own business. She had me rooting for her too, and I was just proud of her journey. I could see why my wife liked her. After Jess sent the photos to my wife, I tried every possible thing to prove that the pictures were fake. I showed them to 3 acquaintances who told me that they can help me. None of them were able to find any inconsistencies with the
Oh my
photos.
god.
I also called my parents and my friend who I met during that trip. My mom saw the photo and recognized that the gym photo was taken at the YMCA gym where my parents go. She remembered that I used their guest passes during the visit. My friend also identified the park where the music festival photo was taken. He confirmed that we had gone there during my visit for a Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Things were just getting really confusing on how photos existed between Jess and I at these venues. Jess, on the other hand, was comforting my wife, telling her she did not imply anything when she sent her the
Oh
photos.
my god.
She said that she was married at the time and we just ran into each other a couple of times during that visit. I just happened to run into each other at the music festival and the gym, just happened to run into each other and take a photo at both events, even though he hates her. Jess was telling my wife to not overthink the photos, and I must have forgotten that we ran into each other. What calmed my wife down a bit
Forgotten.
What calmed my wife down a bit was my mom talking to her and telling her that in no world would I hang out with Jess after all the stuff that happened during our breakup. Things got really messy and there was a reason why she was blocked across everything. My wife agreed with her and told me to just let it go. However, it was just a horrible feeling as I did not have any real proof that it was fake and I was just waiting for another shoe to drop anytime.
Ooh.
I finally caught a break last night. My wife decided not to go to her painting night with Jess and friends yesterday and told me she wants to be left alone and wants to read. I wanted to sit with her, but she told me to go and play with my friends as she wanted to be alone. During our gaming session, I told my 3 closest friends what happened and how there were photos of me and Jess at locations that I actually visited during my trip. The session turned into them bassing Jess with old stories and how manipulative she is. After our gaming session was over, my friend Jim called me on the phone and told me he wanted to talk about something important about Jess. He asked me if I was alone, as he did not want Olivia to listen in. I told him I needed to go to a different room. I put the phone on speaker and went into our bedroom where Olivia was sitting and prompted her to stay quiet.
Oh, okay.
Jim told me he had been in contact with Jess for 3 years. He said that she was still married but was planning to leave her husband. They knew each other because Jess was my girlfriend all through college. The initial conversations were just catching up and Jess complaining about her husband. He told me Jess inquired about me a few times as she had learned I got engaged to Olivia
Oh!
around that time.
Boom.
He said that they were talking for a while now. Jess also told him about the coincidence that Olivia was in her painting group and how she met me a few months ago when I went to pick up Olivia. She told Jim that Olivia came to her birthday and was heavily drinking and flirting with guys. She even sent him a few
Oh my
pictures.
god.
There were a few with Jess and Olivia together. And then Olivia hugging and kissing a guy on his cheeks. I asked him to forward me the photos and he sent them to me on Discord. Jess told him that I am still the same insecure guy and must be tracking Olivia as I showed up at the bar at 10 p.m.
Oh my
like a
god.
parent to pick up Olivia. Jess did not know that Olivia had called me from the restroom to pick her up. Jess made a joke to Jim about how ironic it was that I broke up with Jess because she loved to party and now I am married to a party girl.
Oh my god.
I asked Jim why he did not share those pictures with me before. He said that he did not want to stir the pot in my marriage without knowing all the details. He did not want to stir the pot in my marriage without knowing all the details. I was really mad at Jim at this point and asked him what else did he tell Jess about me. He said not a lot and they barely talked about me. However, Jess was obsessed with Olivia and would badmouth her a lot. So Jim might have told her a bit about Olivia, like what she does, where she works, etc. I asked Jim, did he ever tell Jess about our game nights? And he said he has, and how Olivia complains about being bored.
Get the fuck out of here.
I told Jim not to tell
Oh?
Jess about our conversation. Jim asked me if I not tell anyone that he and Jess are in contact. He said that his wife might get the wrong idea and he just wanted to reach out because things seemed to get really weird in my life. Olivia was listening to everything and staring in disbelief at the photos that Jim shared. As soon as I hung up the phone, she started explaining to me that these were the same guys that Jess had called to their tables and were buying them drinks. However, she never even stood next to them, let alone hug or kiss them. She also pointed out that her Apple Watch in the photo was on her wrong wrist. She was also spooked out that Jess knew about her for almost 3 years, and there was no way she did not recognize her when she joined the painting group. Olivia was also pissed at Jim for talking to Jess and backstabbing me for many years. She pointed out the fact that Jim was missing for one night when he and his family visited us last year. Jim was gone for the entire day and came home late at night because he had to work from his office in our city. 15 minutes after our conversation, Jess messaged my wife and told her that they missed her at painting night and she will see her next week. Her level of deceit really gave us chills and Olivia was
Yeah.
really worried.
Yeah.
Olivia wants to go no contact with Jess, but I am worried that it may not be enough. I also still don't know how Jess knows about what I did when I visited my parents in 2019 and all the locations I went to. I also don't know who else Jess is talking to and sending Olivia fake photos to show her in a bad light. It's really unnerving and I'm just thinking about how I should confront Jess and make sure she never bothers us again. Again, thanks for all the help in the community and your message really helped me to keep my sanity during this rough week.
Oh my god. Oh my, yeah, no, like I literally have chills. This is chilling. It's terrifying.
So let me get this straight. Olivia receives a random Facebook inviting her to a social event because she doesn't have any friends and she's bored every Thursday night. And the painting activity just so
Happens to
happens to be
be
happening on
that
Thursday
same
nights.
time.
Jim gave Jess all the information that she needed to slide in there and
Yep.
scoop Olivia out of the marriage, create this deceit. How do you feel, Olivia, to have photos of you that were false? How
Yeah.
do you feel emotionally right now about false photos being sent of you?
Yeah,
Because
probably
that's how your
violated.
freaking husband felt. He felt violated when those photos came across, and you didn't believe him. You in
Mhm.
the doghouse tonight, Olivia.
Oh my god. No, Jess is actually nuts. You need to get a restraining order immediately.
Yep.
Immediately. Like, take all of this evidence to the cops.
So, OP does make a comment saying regarding a TOR, does anyone know if my case will qualify for a TOR? What is that, restraining order? Typical restraining order? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I have been reading online since last night and is only given in case there is a clear immediate danger to me or Olivia. Yeah, there's not really like clear or immediate danger, so I feel like a restraining order might be a little bit
Maybe.
tricky
But I don't know, like, the fact that
on
she
this
moved to
one.
his city, like, it's stalking. It's
Yep.
stalking. It's beyond.
Yeah. So on this last update post, top comment says, anyone going to tell Jim's wife? I mean, there's a reason why he doesn't want anyone to know he is in contact with Jess. Might be
Yes.
time to file a protective order. He came to their city and was gone the entire time because he was boning Jess. Someone replies that and says exactly this. Jim's a see you next Tuesday. If he wants to fuck up his own marriage, that's one thing. But to knowingly help Jess try to fuck up OP's marriage and then tell OP, I didn't tell you because I didn't want to stir the shit in your marriage. Why the hell would OP want to stay friends with someone like this? The entire saga is giving off strong bunny boiler alerts. OP better have all his security up to date.
What the heck does that mean?
What's
Strong bunny boiler alerts?
boiler? Bunny boiler. A bunny boiler is a slang term for a person, usually a woman, who is emotionally unstable, obsessed, and dangerously vengeful towards a former romantic partner. Okay,
Sounds
yeah.
exactly like that.
Yeah. So someone replies to that and says, Jim is a see you next Tuesday, and more than likely fucking Jess, or at least sexting with her. I'm low-key pissed OP didn't record the call so we could post that shit everywhere. And this is the last comment that OP makes on this. There's no further updates. It's from 2 years ago. This is the last thing that OP comments. And he replies to that comment and says, the more I think about it, Jess's first plan was to send those pictures to Jim, hoping he would leak them to me and accuse Olivia of flirting with those guys. Luckily, Olivia called me from the bar before anything went down and I was able to get her. If she had not called me, I would have never have known that she was with Jess and those pictures were fake. Jim decided to sit on those pictures and not tell me. I think Jess's plan B was to convince Olivia I was a liar and was meeting her while dating Olivia. My mind is really racing in all directions at this point. I also understand how stupid Olivia and I were to let Jess back into our lives. For people asking about security, I do have Ring cameras installed around my house and I also own a gun. I am more worried about when Olivia goes to work and if Jess is leaking some damning photos that gets her into jeopardy with her work or family.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a real that could be a real threat. Like,
Yeah.
that could very well happen.
Yep.
It's likely.
Yes.
This one was crazy.
That was
You picked
pretty
some really good
crazy.
stories today.
Did I nail it?
Yeah, you did.
Did I do a
actually.
good job?
Yeah, good job, honey.
Only 2 of them had food in it.
Yeah, I was waiting for this one to come out with a
This
pot.
one was a genuine just
stir the
stirring the pot. Like, can it get any more stirred
this
than
is amazing.
Jess purposely infiltrating your life with
Yeah.
Photoshop photos at a wine night on Thursday nights?
Yep.
Like, I feel like OP totally skimmed over the fact that Olivia was sent the invitation from
Yes.
Facebook and didn't seek out the painting. If Olivia sought out the painting night, joined the group herself and did all of that, then it really would have been a coincidence. But when you add in the fact that an
Yeah.
invitation was sent to her from the group, it completely eliminates the fact that this is a coincidence. And then you add in Jim's testimony where it's like Jess knew that she was bored on Thursday nights and the painting nights just happened to be on Thursday
Oh, I think at
nights.
this point Olivia is fully believing him.
You'd have to, right?
Yeah.
Like, come on. I think that if you have a good lawyer, that could be enough. That is now considered stalking. Like you infiltrated their lives. That I feel like a good enough lawyer should be able to get you a restraining order,
Yeah, I would
depending
try.
on how it goes in your country. But
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
that's crazy.
Instead of being a graphic designer or whatnot, maybe Jess should be a private investigator. Maybe that'd be a better career for her. She can really like I feel like if you're that kind of person, maybe a private investigator is a good career for you because you can really infiltrate other people's lives, get your daily dose of drama from like other people's lives and like help them out at the same time with
So
your
true.
skill set. So
So true.
maybe you should try that, Jess.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a good, fun episode.
that was
I
a fun
really enjoyed
episode.
that.
I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed my stories. I couldn't believe I found all of those. I was blown away by what I found. I was like, damn, some good stories.
Yeah,
Especially the teenage one, stirring period blood into the
I
pasta.
couldn't.
Couldn't stir the pot any more than that. You couldn't. You just really couldn't. Any life updates?
Um, we did have an interesting one that we shared on Patreon, but we won't be repeating it here.
Yeah, that was
Long
we
story
shared a
short,
lot. We shared a lot. Long story short, the guy showed up and
TLDR,
cut our grass.
and it ended up with me
Crying.
crying for 45
And
minutes.
if you guys want to know all the details for it, yeah, we'll gatekeep that. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna gatekeep that
It took us 30
on our
minutes to
Patreon.
explain that story,
Yep.
so we're not going to be doing that today.
But at the same time, there is currently a free trial going on with our middle tier Patreon. It'll get you access to early access on the regular episodes, ad free, and it gets you access to Sunday's Patreon video access. So if you guys want to know the story, go check out Patreon 116 free trial. So, you could listen to it for free for now. Then you can also try and binge through 116 episodes. I can't believe we've done 116 episodes on Patreon. I can't believe
Crazy.
this was our 185th story
Episode.
Yeah, we've done way more stories than that. We've done like
Yeah.
1,000 stories.
Yeah, literally.
So yeah, thank you guys. We appreciate you. If you're just listening on YouTube, smash the like button, drop a comment on what you think the word of the day was for the raffle, and let's get into the raffle for today.
Okay, while you pull that up, I'll just talk about Albert a little bit. He's doing great. I just wanted to clarify because I think on our Patreon we said that we were going to put him in our RV to keep him separated from our cats, but we decided he's going to be alone a lot if he's in the RV. We only come in here to film, and we didn't really want that. So we put him in our office, and so it's in our house.
Yeah.
And honestly, he's doing great. He's so sweet to us. Denver's really optimistic about him getting along with the cats, and I
got high
hope to
hopes.
be. I hope he is.
He hasn't been showing a single sign of aggression towards us, and he hasn't even been showing any signs of aggression towards the door that separates Jack and Luna from him. Like, Luna will be there scratching on the door, Jack will be meowing, and he is not like hissed at the door, got his back up, never in like hurt another cat and got in defensive mode. So I've got high hopes.
I hope so. But yeah, he's doing great. We're just planning on slowly integrating them. And well, he has to get neutered first. He's getting neutered in a couple weeks.
Yeah, he's scheduled to get neutered.
Yeah.
And then after he gets neutered, we'll get the mesh. We'll get the mesh for the door to like maybe like them look at each other. And then we've swapped, we got him a new cat tree. We built it. And then he laid in it for a couple of days. And then we've swapped the cat trees. He doesn't seem to like the old cat tree, but Jack and Luna, they like the new cat tree. So in a couple more days, we'll swap that back. And we're just trying to like swap them. And then maybe at some point we'll put Jack and Luna into our bedroom and we'll open up the whole house to him for like an hour or two or something. Give him the smells so he can like smell their smells everywhere. And then vice versa, put him back in the room, give the cats back their house. They can smell his smell. Get those smells intertwined.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to mesh those smells. So when they meet them, they're like, oh, I already know what you smell like.
Mm-hmm.
You're just an ugly face to your smell now. That's
He's
what
the
That's what Luna's gonna
cutest.
think.
Oh, yeah.
And Jack will be like, he's so pretty. Friends?
All right.
Raffle?
Raffle. Which one was this? I don't remember this word.
Britty Ree 92 would love a t-shirt. This was the HOA one.
It was the one I don't think I got to say a word.
No, there was no word on the HOA one. You slacked.
Congratulations.
You. Oh, she is also a YouTube member. YouTube memberships are that we also have those. If you're already a big YouTube follower, check out our YouTube membership. If you guys have never had a YouTube membership anyway, I think they give you a free month trial, YouTube does, but it'll give you early access. So this is a Tuesday episode that we filmed, but if you're on early access, you can watch it as of Friday. And when Friday comes for this Tuesday, you'll be getting access to the Friday episode. So if you signed up for early access. So if you don't have a YouTube membership, you get a YouTube membership right now and you'll gain access to Friday episode. So join.
Alrighty. I think that's all we got.
That's it. That's all we've got. Appreciate everybody. Love you guys. Thank you guys for smashing the like button, subscribing, and sharing us with your siblings.
There you go.
Sister or brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. We love you. Bye. So true. Like, regardless of if she knew about me or not, like, if she knew it was you who, whatever, if she knew that. Anyways, I'm so sorry. Can we cut that out? I'm fucking losing my mind. Yes, exactly. Just cut that out, Denver. Cut it out.